Okay. Now, the main reason I'm doing this video is because I see it a lot and I pretty much play a part of it myself. The name of this video is called Representative. And the reason why I'm making this video is to just show you what the real definition of representative is. Alright. So have you ever met an individual and they have put on this persona that they're this nice person, everything you want in a person, they just your dream person, and you later get home and y'all get in a relationship, y'all start to kind of like, share stuff, but you're not sharing the real stuff. See, what you're not sharing is you're not sharing the real person. All right, let's take for example, this person got maybe bad credit, attitude problem, uh, fines and bills. They may be even hiding from the law, maybe wanted. They may have kids that you don't know about. They may have some type of disorder. They may not be as clean as you want them to be. They may be lazy. All these things. And this is their representative that they're gonna put on for you when they meet you. See, representative is the person on the outside. That's our skin. So you're not meeting that person's soul. Okay? See, that's the definition of soul mate. Soul mate. Alright. What does that mean? Let's break it down. A soul is your inner spirit. That's the person who you ultimately are going to be, and that's going to show on the outside. I feel like something's crawling down my back. It's going to show up on the outside eventually. One way or another, that person can't hide. That's your soul. Alright. So that's why you meet your soul mate. Now, if you catch a person who is always, they just got a bad spirit and whatnot, they may put on this representative. I just got my hair twisted and I hate the way it looks. I get sidetracked. But back to what I'm saying. This representative, right? So this person's soul that they may be putting on for you is just crazy. We need to stop it, because if you be real with a person, it's called keeping it 100. If you be real with a person, more than 9 out of 10, you're gonna find your soulmate. You're gonna find that person who's gonna be like, well, damn. Let me give you an example. So you meet a person, and the person, you're talking, you have a conversation, this, that, and the third. Don't hold back, don't sugarcoat. Come out with it. Be like, look, I like to keep a little clean. I may be considered what they call metrosexual. I like to keep my hygienes up. I like to brush my hair 10 times a day. And people be like, no, that's not what you do. You don't come out with that on the first date. Alright, so you don't do that. Let's say that you sugarcoat. Let's say that you just want to put your representative on and you want to go on about your merry way. Alright. So now you done did this, you done met this person, and y'all, and like I said back before again, y'all chilling, y'all got to know each other, and all of a sudden somebody get mad. And I'm gonna use the guy scenario in this. The guy get mad at the girl, and he called her from somewhere a bitch, and she gets mad. She's like, "Who you calling a bitch?" Now you got to think about it. She didn't know that he was deranged, and she didn't know he uses words like that. Okay, he didn't tell her that he's hood and he's disrespectful, like he keep it goodly, as people like to say. He didn't say none of that, see. So he sent his representative out to meet this girl, and now she's shocked. She's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is him. Come on, people. Come on. See, this is the thing. people gotta understand that we have a soul in us, okay? And if you're not working on that soul within you, it's gonna show up on the outside regardless. I promise you, it ain't. You can't hide it. Your soul is you, okay? It's gonna show up. Okay, can we agree on that? All right, so we can agree on that. I know we can. Now, back at this situation where the girl is shocked. She's in awe because this guy just came out and called her bitch. See, this all goes back to music too. We're still talking about that representative, but let me tell you, the music that we listen to, and I'm a little country again, I know, but the music that we listen to, people don't think that have an effect on you. See, it's a scientific effect. It's a scientific fact that it do in turns have an effect on you. Okay, you take that guy, right? For example, you take that guy, right? And all the time he listening to music that he think is cool and he think is just the shit to listen to, whatever the case may be, right? Right? That guy. And he's feeling his short-term memory. So let me throw a little science into this so you can kind of understand and prove the facts. He's listening to this music, right? Okay, his sensory. It's coming through his ear. His auditory is sensory. And this music is being processed and gathered by his thoughts. Okay, so now all this information that he's gathering, right? He's feeding his soul, and so now it's in his short-term memory. Okay, so you take his short-term memory. Now what happens in the short-term memory is in 2 seconds, within 2 seconds, your brain remembers this. It only takes 2 seconds and it stays there and it goes away. Then the person has to keep listening, keep listening. Now before it goes to the next phase, it's either dumped or is either remembered. There's no way around it. Okay, most people can dump information and most people gonna remember it. Why? Because they listen to it over and over and over and over and over. So in turn, your brain is saying this is important shit. I need to remember this. So now your brain has told you remember it. It's gonna move on to the next phase, long-term memory. Once it's in long-term memory, it is no going back. Point blank, ain't going back. You got it stored right here in long-term memory. So all that music that guy was listening to and people don't think it have an effect on the body, it does, people, it does. So first off, you need to learn what you're hearing and think that it ain't causing you to do what you do. Oh please, because the music is now that I hear, and I don't mean to, you know, I'm not out trying to slash nobody's music and what they do. That's not the purpose of this video. The purpose of this video is to show you the representative that's coming out to meet you. Okay? That's what we're talking about, that representative. So now he done slipped up and he done said, you bitch. And, okay, well dang, he may sit back on that and think, well, I ain't mean to disrespect her like that. You know, I still got love for you, the makeup, after effects. But you know what? He's not going to work on it. And apparently he's going to keep listening to this music that's going to cause him to further program his memory, and the situation just going to get worse. He's going to come out with something else later. And not knowing, he ain't gonna even know. He ain't going to even know. So when you feed yourself, your soul, okay? When you feed your soul stuff, you feed in your soul to become who you are. And now you got a soul that, depending on what you listen to, either good or bad, that's gonna be your soul who's sitting back on your shoulder, but your representative is your outside appearance, and your soul is just back there. It's gonna come out. So watch your representative, understand what that means, and y'all stay educated.